To another edition of our Friday Financial Four. So I hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. It's Wednesday, December 3rd, so it's the Wednesday after Thanksgiving. We are going to do something a little different. So for the month of December, I wanted to do a special holiday series about money and spending and finances during the holidays. It can obviously be a very stressful time of the year, a lot of shopping to be done, a lot of family to see. Sometimes, depending on yourself, if you're going to be traveling or hosting families, a lot of things are being juggled in the air. And so, if you're similar to me, I grew up in a split family, so I was always at 2 to 3 houses for every holiday, having multiples of each. So it can be very stressful time. But what we wanted to start the series off today is our theme today is spending with intention, not regret. And so the theme of this video is ultimately spending during the holidays can be great. But if we lose track of why we're spending or what we're spending on, things can snowball pretty fast. And so definitely, everyone has done it. You after the holidays, you look at your bank accounts and, you're like, what the heck happened? Or you just cannot believe the amount of money you spent on things, whether it's gifts for people or eating out or filling the house with groceries. It happens. It happens to everyone, and you are not alone if this is you at the end of the holidays. And so, after Thanksgiving, I thought it'd be a perfect time to kick off with a video like this. If you're a big holiday shopper, you just survived Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Your inbox is full of deals, whether it's 20 or 30 or 40 or 50% off on all of these things. It is constant noise and oversaturation of deals, and you can feel overwhelmed with all of the holiday shopping theme. And so the quiet pressure to show loved ones how much you love them with gift giving can sometimes take us off track. And so it's all well intentioned, right? And we're all trying to um, do wonderful things with family and friends and charities. But without realizing it, we can be spending into the noise rather than spending with our original intention. And so the shift we want to try to make is about not necessarily feeling like spending more and more and more gives us a better holiday. It's that spending with that intention and on the people that we want to spend it on is more important than just the spend itself, right? And so if we don't take a pause, and kind of give ourselves that moment to think about our spending, we can very easily get caught up in the drift and the stress of the holidays, and before we're taken completely off track. I know when you might be out shopping for, Secret Santas, or you might be out shopping for stocking stuffers. And if you're like me, you come home and you realize everything you bought, nothing will even fit into the stocking. And so, taking a step back and defining that intention can help with all of this, right? So I saw this cool practice on the internet about holiday spending, and it's about putting a theme or a phrase or maybe keywords about what you want your holidays to be like for this year. And so it can be as simple as saying, 3 words like, I want my holiday to be peaceful, I want it to be simple, I want it to be joyful. Um, you might want to be, I want it to be generous, or I want it to be charitable. Whatever it might be, it's got to be right for you. There's not obviously a right answer, but you can or create a small phrase with it. And so once you have that, what you can do with those phrases or those themes is whenever you go to make a purchase, you can say to yourself, is this purchase, you know, in tuned with my theme of X, right? My theme of being more joyful, or my theme of being simple, and if you have sort of those that your holiday defined, it helps as a filter to kind of move through all of your other, holiday purchases or things, right? And so it's not necessarily about spending less or sticking to a holiday budget or anything like that. It is trying to help put your spending with intention, so that way, when at the end, when you do look at things like your budget or your banking statements, you're not thrown off by what was spent, because you spent through that intention, through that filter, right? And so that small pause and that little filter can give us a lot of clarity, rather than waking up on January 1st and being filled with a bunch of regret. And so this holiday season, as you go through the holiday season, let some of these themes or guide you as you are trying to figure out what to say yes to, and help those themes very easily allow you to pass. Um, Hopefully you found this video helpful. And again, this is just part one of our three-part holiday theme series. We'll be coming back to you with part two next week. So until next time, have a great holiday season, and we'll see you at the next video.